Wait, this isn't Barbie?
Welcome back to Film Fanatics. I'm Miles, and today we're talking Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer was freaking fantastic. It was amazing. One of the best films of the year. Like I said, if you saw my last video, you know I said Spider-Man was pretty great, but this was a very great film. Now, Mission Impossible and this movie, Oppenheimer, great films. Like I said, great films. Like what a film is, picture to picture, actor to actor, personality to personality, character to character. All those beats were hit. Like I said, when I went, I seen it about 3 times now to give y'all the best, analysis that I can bring you all. But the first time I saw it, the whole like the power went out because we had a big storm out here in Johns Creek, and the whole power went out. And I'm telling you, the theater was packed. I went to another theater that day so I can make sure I could see it. Theater was packed. And also, Barbie. So many ladies were out seeing Barbie. It's like they were all going to a Taylor Swift concert. So it's like Oppenheimer, Barbie, big weekend. I think I saw a post that said Barbie made 23 million over this opening weekend, early screenings, and Oppenheimer made 10. Both were very popular. But, I see Barbie tonight, so I'll be able to give you, a breakdown of that, spoiler-free review for that later on as well. But as far as Oppenheimer goes, I really loved how it opens up with these great visuals. Now, they did shoot it on 70 millimeter IMAX film, and I will say, see that on the biggest screen you can, because these visuals, how they show you, how they really get into it, it's amazing, and it needs to be viewed on the biggest screen possible. Best sound, best everything. Really, this is a movie that you should really, really, really take the time to invest in getting those better tickets, better seats. But it opens up with great visuals, great cinematography, and the score. Like, it's a 3-hour movie, so I really appreciate how the score and how the music really embellishes in times where you should be more invested, things that are very, very key to the moment. Especially like all the shots of the nature scenes and wherever they were. I have to look it up. Beautiful. And one thing that I really appreciated after, seeing it a couple times is how the approach was to the movie and how it was made and how it was centered in that Christopher Nolan type of, out of order sort of sense. But after you see it a couple times, you realize like, wow, how it starts off, how it eventually gets to the point we get. Yes, it does deserve a 3-hour cut, 3-hour movie that we do get to see. Great performances, excellent actors. Great actors. I think all the actors in this movie, there's a lot of cameos. I love the cameos. It was kind of feeling like I was in a Marvel movie almost, seeing all these cameos, all these different actors show up for just a moment or two, really embodying characters, because, this is based on a true story. This is real history. And I think it's totally amazing to really go real deep into like the characters and just the personalities. Like, this is more of a personality, character driven thing. So all the cameos, all the actors that you see, they deliver very, very on top of just delivering what these characters can be, even for the moments that they're in there. And I really love the performances by Emily Blunt. Emily Blunt and Florence Pugh has some of the best performances in this movie. I think, I wouldn't say stole the performance, but they were so strong that, it's undeniable that you can't leave the theater and not think, wow, they really embodied 2 characters that, if you really take the time to analyze, critique, you can really broaden your horizon and understand like, wow, these are real women. And they really embodied, showing them and really, taking on the whole arc of the movie. And the whole arc of the movie really is a character study on how certain moments, lives, viewpoints, all these different things can culminate in how you use your brain and how you, influence society, influence your country. Like, that's a heavy theme in this movie. So those are 2 things that I think they embody the most. Cillian Murphy, Robert Downey Jr., I wouldn't be surprised if they won or they were nominated for Oscars for this film. Phenomenal performances, great characters. I think Robert Downey Jr., like I said, great supporting character. I think he's up there with I forget the actor's name, but the supporting actor in Django really wouldn't say still the shows, but really gives a great deep dive in a character, in a real person, and how certain things can motivate you to get you to a certain point that can really influence history, really get to a point where this is a moment in time that we should focus on, that can help tell a broader story. But overall, like I said, I think the movie, with a 3-hour time limit, I think the average person might not want to see it. It's very dialogue heavy. It's, like I said, I think the score helps you stay intact, because if you zone out, I think it hooked me. I left thinking I wanted to be a freaking physicist. Like, I was like, dang, like, I want to be a whole physics. The way they broke it down, and the way, like, just the handful of minds that were getting into it, like, really how so many people can affect, life and how it goes forward in, like, the world we live in. But like I said, I think the score and everything really helps, key you into certain moments if you zone out, because it is very long. It does take a certain length of time to get to certain elements in the movie. But beyond that, I think, outside of the great cameos, the great acting, the great cinematography, just the great film in its entirety, this is an amazing, great film. I want everybody to go out and be able to see this on the biggest theater, biggest screen you can see it on, because it's really that grand in size, just how everything they try to build it together. I remember watching it thinking it's just really a great YouTube video on the big screen, a great modern movie, and a great tale of men. Great tale of men and how a handful of men can really change the course of history. And like I said, praises to Emily Blunt, Florence Pugh, multiple people who contributed to their side of this story. But all in all together, great film, high praises. I'll get into more in my spoiler review, and I'll release that sometime later on today. But hopefully you go out to go see this. But all in all, I think Oppenheimer's a story about men, great men of their time, but ideals such as politics, love, just all the things that make a human really affect on the course of how you use your brain, and how these technologies and gadgets you build can really affect your time. Because I think the movie really drops us in this time where everything feels normal, everything feels like today almost, but just in that time. So really, you can take a step back and realize, wow, the things that I do can affect a lot of people, or multiple different people, and how that can affect me in the long run. So using my gifts in my brain, or using your gifts in your brain and what you're passionate about to, affect human history, affect your country, affect millions of lives, I think is very powerful. And I think the story in all really embellishes and captures all these different things. Christopher Nolan, this is one of his best films to date. I've seen a lot of them. I haven't seen them all, but I'll get to that. But like I said, great film. Everyone should go see it. Thank you all so much for getting to this point. Make sure you subscribe, leave a like, comment, leave your opinions. Like I said, one of my biggest goals of this channel is to make sure that everybody has a space, or is a safe, cool space where we can have our own ideas, fan theories. Drop it in the comments. Nothing's wrong. I hope to see you later on today, but take care. Thank you so much.